Hey Watchers, this week we lost a hero. We lost a father, lost a brother, lost a friend. This week someone I knew most of my life who watched me grow up lost a battle and it took his life. So on behalf of Watch Me Cook, I want to dedicate this episode to the memory of Robert Horton. Bob, you are a decorated police officer. You are a hero. Thank you for keeping people safe during your time. We thank you for your service. Rest in paradise. Hey Watchers, you've all heard the phrase, cooking has to become a skill before it becomes an art. And you know what? They're not lying. So starting today, we're beginning a brand new series on kitchen fundamentals to help you become a superstar in the kitchen. I'm going to show you some basic skills over the next 5 episodes that are going to make you awesome on the stove. So fasten your seatbelts, guys. It's time to watch me cook.
Time to watch me cook.
Hey Watchers, so some of you guys are probably wondering, Chef, why are you standing outside all the time filming? Well, it's a beautiful day, and you know what? I'm standing out in front of my house because great cooking first and always has started for chefs at home, in their mom's or their grandma's kitchen. And you know what? This is where we're going to start today, because most of you guys who are watching this, you guys cook at home. Some of you guys are like, well, Chef, we see you in your promo. You're in your professional kitchen. Why aren't you cooking there? Well, guess what, guys? I'm a public school teacher. That's my kitchen at the high school. I'm currently getting a restaurant built, so my kitchen shut down for the summer. Had to clean out the fridges. So you know what? I'm cooking here at the house because that's where everybody else cooks. And that's where the people who are watching this program are cooking. And that's why we're going to start out in this 5-part series. This is a series on instruction. We're going to talk about fundamentals. We're going to talk about the basic skills needed to be a great cook, but we're also going to keep the fun in the fundamentals because cooking should be fun. And for this first part, I want to talk about one of the most versatile ingredients in the kitchen. I want to talk about the egg. It's something that chefs like me, takes a long time to master it. A lot of people think cooking eggs is easy, but you know what? It's not that easy. The pleats in the chef hat, those represent how many different ways a chef can cook an egg, and I'm going to show you how. So guess what? Let's plan our menu. All right, let's talk about our menu today. We are featuring eggs. So you know what? On the menu first for breakfast, let's make a nice cheese omelet. Let's show some technique with this. Let's really make it happen. Lunchtime, we're going to do a curried egg salad. And instead of mayo, how about some Greek yogurt? We mix it in there, make it a little more healthy, stuff it inside of a nice toasted bun. And remember, we got to toast those spices because they bring out the essential oils. Dinner, everybody says, oh, what's a great sauce with eggs? How about Bearnaise? But some of you guys are like, Chef, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Doesn't Bearnaise go over a fancy cut of steak? Well, you know what? You're right. It does go over a fancy cut of steak. It goes over filet mignon. But we're not going to do this. I've decided I'm going to do this Chef Tom style. We're going to make a French onion open-faced sandwich with a burger patty, some nice French bread, some melted cheese, caramelized onions, and we're going to top it with some Bearnaise sauce and then garnish it with a little fresh herbs. And this is stuff, guys, I really can't eat right now because I'm still recovering from gallbladder surgery. As you can see, not my best picture. But you guys know the drill. First things first, let's get our mise. Okay guys, in order to get our mise, it's time to go shopping. Let's shop. Alright guys, we're back from the store. We're here in the kitchen. We're going to start off with breakfast. We're going to start making some omelets. What the heck is happening? I'm going to make a basic cheese omelet. We're going to do some everything bagel. What's going on? Okay, sorry about that guys. So we're going to do some everything bagel seasoning, a little bit of salt, and we're going to do some cheese, and we're just going to cook it really gently and cook it in the style of the French omelet. What's going on? I can't control this. What's happening? Whoa. What the? Cook shirt from Chefworks? English chef apron from Chefworks? Lapel pins? Bernal cutlery? Where'd this hat come from? It's Cleaver and Blade. Alright, this is the strangest thing that's ever happened to me since I started this vlog. So far. Let's cook an omelet.
First things first, let's crack our main ingredient. Let's start breaking some eggs. Let's get them into a bowl and let's get them cooking. Alright, let's crack the other one. Hey, we got a double yolker! Alright, our eggs are in a bowl, and this time let's season them with a little bit of salt. And let's get ready to beat these eggs and beat them like there's no tomorrow. For some extra flavor, I'm adding some everything bagel seasoning and whisking my eggs again. For some heat, I'm adding 1 teaspoon of sriracha, and then I'm going to whisk the eggs again. I don't want to see any visible whites in my omelet. In a pan on medium-high heat, start adding butter. Yes, I said butter, not oil. When your butter's all melted, start adding your eggs and let them cook nice and slow. Using a rubber spatula, move your eggs around the pan and keep cooking them gently, not on too high a heat. Our eggs are starting to cook. Let's move them around and keep them cooking nice and gentle so they don't burn. And make sure you're checking on your omelet because we don't want that brown color on there because it just doesn't add to the flavor. And keep checking the edges as well. Time to add some cheese, and my choice is mozzarella. It melts very, very nicely. Okay, the omelet's nice and soft on the inside. Let's start flipping it. Let's move it gently, and let's get it flipped and out of the pan. Ooh, that's nice. No brown at all. Omelet's done. Now it's time to plate.
Alright, watchers. Omelet's done, and it's time to taste. Alright, here's our omelet right here. Let's cut it open first. See how it looks inside. Ooh, yeah. Take a look at that, guys. Nice and runny. It's nice and soft inside. And the eggs are still a little soft scrambled. So we actually call that bavous is a French term. It means that the eggs are still runny inside. So let's take a bite. Oh, that's good. It's nice and runny. Eggs are still soft. Cheese is all melted. Omelet is cooked to perfection. That is so good. Really, really good. Okay. Breakfast is done. Let's go to lunch. Alright guys, it's time to start cooking some lunch, and today we're going to make an egg salad sandwich. Now, I can make a regular egg salad and make it a little bit, classic, but I want to do it Chef Tom style. Instead of mayonnaise, we're going to use some Greek yogurt, and we're also going to add some toasted curry powder and some chopped cilantro to this wonderful mix. Then we're going to serve it on a toasted bun. Now, some of you guys are asking, well, Chef, we'd like to know how to make this stuff. If you want the recipes for this episode, you'll be able to find them on the Watch Me Cook Facebook community page, and they're right there. So you know what, guys? Let's get in the kitchen. Let's go cook.
First off, start with 4 eggs, get them on some water, and add a teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt. Once the eggs are on the water, crank your heat up to high, add a little splash of vinegar, and bring them up to a boil. And you want that boil full rolling. Once your pot's at a full rolling boil, cover it, shut the heat off, and let it sit there and rest for 12 minutes. While your eggs are cooking, we're going to use a half a cup of Greek yogurt. We're also going to use a teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt. We're going to use a tablespoon of curry powder and about 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro. To enhance the flavor of your curry powder, toast it in a dry pan. It's going to release all those oils, and it's really going to develop the flavor of it. It's going to go from meh to amazing. Trust me, I know. Using my sear knife, I'm chopping 2 tablespoons of cilantro and getting them ready, and I'm going to get them into a bowl. Once my cilantro's in the bowl, I add my toasted curry powder and start melding those flavors together. It's gonna be good! Here I'm slicing the bread for my egg salad sandwich, and I'm actually gonna toast this bread in the pan where the curry powder was, and toast it with some curry powder and some butter. It's going to be delicious. Alright, eggs are done. I've got them shocked down in some cold water to stop the cooking process, and now it's time to peel them. In my bowl, I have my ingredients. It's time to add some yogurt. Here I'm breaking up the hard-boiled eggs, and I'm getting them ready first before I add anything. And here I'm adding a heaping spoon, or about a half a cup of Greek yogurt. We're going to get it into the bowl, and we're going to start mixing all this together, and we're going to get it done. I'm mixing the egg salad right now, and once we're done mixing everything, then it's going to be time to plate. I'm going to grab my toasted bread, and we're going to get this on the plate and get it looking really, really good. And there you have it, egg salad sandwich with toasted bread, curry powder, and Greek yogurt. Done.
Alright guys, time to taste. Use some Greek yogurt, curry powder, cilantro, some Himalayan pink salt. Let's see how it did. Pretty good. Damn good. I like it. Now it's time to start planning dinner. And you guys already know I'm going to do this beautiful big open-faced French onion sandwich, and it's going to have caramelized onions, melted cheese, a big burger patty, and we're going to top that with some Bearnaise sauce. We're going to make it something everybody can afford and that everybody will want to eat. So you know what? Let's get cooking.
First, I'm going to slice and I'm going to mince my shallots for my Bearnaise sauce. Got to get my mise en place done because I want to make sure everything's done at the same time. Here I'm slicing, and then I'm going to chop. Here I'm taking 1 onion, I'm cutting it in half, and then I'm going to julienne my onion into thin strips for my caramelized onions for my French onion sandwich. And yes, guys, we're cooking our onions in butter. Add your julienne onions to a medium heat pan and start breaking them down. Oh, looks like I got a little smoke coming from somewhere. That's okay. We got it under control and the hoods are on. Let's get it done. When your onions are in, start cooking them down and let's get ready to make our reduction. In a medium heat pan with some oil, start adding your shallots there and let's get them sauteed. That's the most important thing right now. Let your shallots sweat. What do we do when we sweat? We get hot, we let off water, and we stink, just like the shallots are going to. Add a little bit of tarragon, whether it's fresh or dried, to your pan and start cooking it out. I decided to use some tarragon vinegar, so I'm going to put this in there. I'm going to deglaze my pan and start getting it to reduce. Bring your tarragon vinegar to a boil. Now it's time to make the dressing. Start with 1 egg yolk, and that's going to act as our emulsifier. As you can see, I'm separating the yolks from the whites and making sure it's ready.
I got the egg yolk in. Now it's time to start building the dressing for my arugula, spinach, and tomato salad.
Cut 2 lemons in half and get ready to squeeze the juice out of them into the egg yolks. This will kill the bacteria in the egg yolk. Make it easy on yourself and use a pair of tongs to squeeze the lemon juice out of the lemons. I found this to be very simple. Add a teaspoon of chopped parsley to the egg yolk along with a teaspoon, or if you want, a tablespoon of chopped shallots. Either way, it'll work. As you can see, I'm chopping them with my zero knife from Bernal Cutlery. Check them out. And we're going to put all this stuff into the bowl and get it ready to mix. Don't forget to season your dressing with your own preference. I use Himalayan pink salt. It works great. I'm also adding a pinch of coarse ground black pepper because I like coarse ground black pepper. I like the texture of it and I like how it tastes, and it gives a very prominent flavor. Love it. Here I'm adding a teaspoon of honey to offset the acidity of the lemon juice and to round out the flavor. Here I'm going to whisk my mixture and I'm going to add the oil slowly so I can emulsify my dressing so it won't break. Dressing's done. Now I'm taking my washed cherry tomatoes and just slicing them in half. In a large size bowl, add your spinach and arugula mix together, and then after that, add your cherry tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes are in, but don't add your dressing yet. Not until right before you serve your food. So we're going to put the dressing aside for right now, and we're going to work on the rest of the dish.
All right, mise en place is almost ready. Let's go check on my onions.
All right, onions are cooking nice and slow. Here they are, they get a little bit browner. Got a little bit of salt on them. And now we're starting to see some color on the onions. We're going to let those cook till they get nice and brown. Time to cook our burger patties, and I'm doing it on my cast iron grill pan. Get your burger patties on the grill. We're using about 6-ounce patties here. As you can see, I'm going to season them right here with some Himalayan pink salt. I'm also going to hit these patties with a little bit of black pepper. These are 6-ounce patties, and let's cook them for about 4 minutes on each side. And they're going to be perfect, medium, and nice and pink. We got 4 minutes on one side. Now let's flip them over for another 4 minutes till they're perfect medium. Those are looking good.
Alright, it's getting a little hot in the kitchen. I had to ditch the new gear. It's hot. And I got a bunch of stuff on the stove. I got the reduction going. I got the onions going. And now I'm going to start cutting up the bread so we can get these open base sandwiches done.
Using a serrated knife, cut yourself 4 nice big slices of French bread. They're going to be nice and big because you want your dish to have some height for presentation purposes. It's going to look awesome. On a sheet pan lined with some non-stick foil, lay your pieces of bread down and let's get these in the oven. But first, we need cheese. For my cheese selection, I found some nice Havarti cheese, but if you want another great cheese selection and keep it French, use some Gruyere cheese and it works just as well and it'll taste phenomenal. Alright, we finished getting our cheese on. Let's get these in the oven. Pronto. Into a 350 degree oven for however long it takes for the cheese to melt and to get nice and golden brown. It's going to be delicious. Alright, the bread's out, the onions are done, and we're going to lay our patty down, but we need to let our burger patty rest. And while it's resting, we're going to be able to finish up our Bearnaise sauce and make this phenomenal. I've got 3 egg yolks. I'm whisking it over a double boiler so I can start cooking the egg yolks a little bit to make a proper emulsion. I've added my vinegar reduction and everything's looking great. For the Bearnaise sauce, I'm adding a teaspoon of chopped parsley. As you can see, I'm chopping it up with my sear knife and getting it ready to go. I'm going to mince it out a little farther and make sure it's done. My eggs have cooked enough. I'm whisking them and I'm going to add in some melted butter to make sure it comes together and it thickens up. I'm going to keep this sauce a little bit thin because I don't want it too gloppy. Alright, the salad's ready and now it's time to add our lemon vinaigrette that we emulsified with an egg yolk and some honey. Look at that. Looks absolutely delicious. I think I did okay. When the salad's dressed, ladle some sauce over your open-faced sandwich and bon appetit. That looks phenomenal.
Well, that was fun. And it was. I had a blast in the kitchen today. Probably overdid it too much because, like I said, I'm still recovering from surgery. But you know what? It's amazing how one little ingredient can be used in so many different ways. And another thing that's amazing is you. I'm talking to you. You are capable of so many different things. All you have to do when somebody tells you you can't do it, look them in the face and say, watch me do this, watch me grow, watch me excel. They told me when I was younger that I couldn't do a lot of things. I was diagnosed with autism. My life was predestined, but you know what? I looked him in the face and said, watch me grow, watch me excel, watch me prove the doubters wrong. And you can prove the doubters wrong too. I thank you for watching me cook today, and what are you still doing here? Get out of here. Go be awesome. See you next time.